5401 here, and I decided to go live for my 2022 YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame ballot. So there's my patch there. Proud to be part of the YouTube Sports Card Collecting Hall of Fame. And in addition to the new criteria that was that Jake created for this 2022 vote, I have some additional criteria that I'd just like to share with you guys before I announce the channels that I'm going to vote for the 2022 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. So the first part of the criteria for me is be part of the community. So there's a big difference between a channel that makes sports card content and a channel that is part of the YouTube sports card collecting community. And everybody that's in the YouTube sports card collecting community knows exactly what I'm talking about. I won't go into detail on that. The second part of my criteria is you have to have been making content for the consistent content for the last year. And my definition of consistent content is 24 or more videos in the last year. So average about 2 videos a month or more. And then the last additional piece of criteria for my ballot is be knowledgeable fans on the sports and the sports cards that you are that you're collecting. So don't just be a guy that likes Ronald Acuna Jr. just because you've heard the name Ronald Acuna Jr. and other guys like him. You actually have to watch him play and understand the games and the sports and all that. So to me, that's a big part of it. So with that being said, here we go. So I got 10 nominations, and then I have the 2 additional nominations. And so I'm going to get into it. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can, but I'll probably talk for about 15 minutes. So my first vote for the 2022 YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame is Drew, Lefty NDV10. He has been part of this community for 13 years. A straight up OG. He's been around so long. When I was new, I looked up to Drew. And originally, he was a big Braves collector, a big Chipper Jones collector. And as time has evolved, he has become an absolute student of the pre-war cards. He has got an unbelievable pre-war collection. T206 cards, graded T206 cards, an absolute knowledge of these cards, an absolute appreciation of these cards, appreciation of the players, knowledge of the players, an absolute true fan of that era. And of course, he's actively a Braves fan. So Drew's been around for a while, very versatile too. I have a group on Facebook that focuses mainly on insert cards from like the 90s through the early 2000s. Drew's an administrator on that group. Extensive knowledge on insert cards as well from that era. So just he knows a lot about all kinds of different cards from all kinds of different eras. An absolute awesome YouTuber, 13 years. Check his channel out. After this live feed, I will be putting links to all these channels down below. Drew, Lefty, NDV10. Sure hope you get into the YouTube Sports Card Community Collecting Hall of Fame. My second vote is Josh, rated rookie. He's been around for 4 years. Josh has had such an impact on the community. I thought he'd been around a lot more than 4 years. That kind of surprised me. I've met Josh many times. He used to be local here in the Bay Area. The last time we hung out was in 2019, at the National. I was there when he picked up his Babe Ruth card and everything. And I'm smiling because Drew just left a comment here on this live feed. So right on, Drew. I had no idea you were watching, so I'm glad you're watching. But yeah, Josh, rated rookie. He loves basketball. He loves baseball, a little bit of football, a big PSA collector, collects all the key cards from all the eras. He understands what the inserts are. He understands the players, and he understands like just all the just everything about the sport and cards. So Josh, you're my second vote. My third vote is a true baseball card junkie. I can relate to this YouTuber a lot, and it's Victor Negron Cards. He does binder videos, box rummages, a huge Yankees fan, a big-time Bernie Williams collector. I think he's closing in on 1,000 unique Bernie Williams cards. Absolutely loves the Yankees, loves watching baseball, understands the sports, is very active in the community, comments on a lot of the videos. Just awesome YouTuber, Victor Negron Cards. I love listening to his video responses. He makes some of the best video responses, some of the best thought out video responses when he is, entering in contests or just answering questions or just being involved in the community. So Victor Negron Cards, hope you get into the YouTube Hall of Fame. The next one is a guy that I've never voted for. I've been watching his videos for years, and that is Vince, aka New York Yanks Fan 7. I remember back when he was Darth Fungus. Vince has been making videos for a long time. His current channel, he's been making videos for 8 years. And the reason why I'm finally voting for him is because as a community, we've all gotten to know him a little better through the series that he's doing with Silver Jackify on those two guys, absolute heavyweights in the community as far as showing off their top cards. New York Yankees Fan 7 collection is unbelievable. His knowledge of sports, unbelievable. His knowledge of just all the eras in the hobby. I mean, he collects vintage, he collects modern, he does dabble in all the sports, football, baseball, basketball, high-end graded collection. And he's not afraid to talk about the mistakes he's made in the hobby. And we've all made mistakes in the hobby. It's part of being a hobbyist. So Vince, it's been great to see you kind of become more active in the community, and I really hope you get in the YouTube Sports Card Collecting Hall of Fame. The next one, George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards. Man, you want to talk about someone that is passionate about sports card collecting. George is a fantastic example. He collects like a lot of modern cards, but his main passion is vintage. And his Jackie Robinson and Satchel Paige collection are absolutely unbelievable. You guys need to check out George Diamond Yard Sports Cards. And whenever he makes a video, I just want to listen to what he has to say. George, fantastic content, always commenting on videos, a big part of the community. And George, I really hope someday to meet you in person. We've talked on the phone several times, always had great conversations, a true collector and a lover of baseball, the history of baseball, all the way, from the golden age of baseball all the way up till now. Great channel, great collector, great member of the community. George, hope to see you get into the YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame. The next channel, this guy's been on here for 7 years. He is a TTMer, and he is a diverse TTMer. He's also a baseball card junkie, loves sports cards, loves baseball, loves all sports, and that is none other than Caleb's TTM Autographs and More. Caleb's Cards, TTM Autographs and More. Caleb, huge part of the community, comments on a lot of videos, gets involved in a lot of contests, always sending out care packages around Christmas time. But not only does Caleb collect sports cards and understand and love sports and collect all eras, he's bringing his childhood collection back to light. I love watching those videos, the rummage sale pickups, or, I'm not necessarily rummage sale, but like, thrift store, just everything. But He also collects celebrities, and one of the ones I really enjoy watching is his World War II TTM collection. You want to talk about people that, just deserve to be recognized, not only athletes, but the heroes of our country, the heroes of World War II. And Caleb has really brought a lot to light and just makes me, when I see those videos, it makes me proud and appreciate my grandfather who was in World War II and my dad who was in the Vietnam War. It makes me appreciate them that much more. And to hear the stories about these guys from World War II is just fantastic. So not only Caleb, for your sports cards and your celebrity and your TTM and your knowledge of sports and participation in the community, but bringing the light other heroes that we need to recognize, and that is the heroes of World War II. So Caleb, I hope you get into the YouTube sports card collecting communities Hall of Fame this year. The next guy, Michael, aka Jericho 941 IMI. This guy's been making videos consistently for 9 years. Very well known for being a Johnny Bench collector. And if there's a Johnny Bench card out there, I'm sure Michael has it. Michael probably will be the only one to tell you the cards that he actually needs. And he knows what he needs, guys. But lately, he's always been a Hank Greenberg collector as well. But lately, he's really, really, really been picking up some fantastic Hank Greenberg pieces to his collection. And he collects modern as well as vintage. Of course, with Johnny Bench, there's a lot of modern and vintage to be collected. And always, if you listen to what Michael says in his videos, you can learn a lot about the hobby. You can learn a lot about the history of baseball. And he's just very active in the community. He's active on many groups in Facebook as well as YouTube. And Michael, I hope to see you in the YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame. My next vote for the 2022 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame is Dave's Midlife Card Crisis. Dave has been around for 8 years. 8 years, and I would qualify as a baseball card along with a football card junkie. A huge fan of New York, big New York Jets fan. And Dave, man, got to meet him at the 2019 National, had a blast hanging out with him. A lot of these guys I've met in person, but it was a pleasure meeting you at the first time at the 2019 National. Always commenting on videos, big part of the YouTube community. We all know him, and he's just been active for a long time. Big, like I said, a big Jets fan, commenting on videos, always does contests, and just a fantastic channel. A prime example of what consistency, longevity, and a passionate fan. And Dave, I hope you make the 2022 YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame. This is my 9th vote, and this is the only football channel, and when I say football, the only channel that focuses on football. I'm not a big football card collector, but man, you know what? I don't always watch football card channels, but when I do, it's Brad 8671. Brad, man, you are a gem in the community. Whenever I watch Brad's videos, I feel like I'm like hanging out with him. Like seriously, when you watch Brad, he is the type of guy, he's like the John Madden of the sports card collecting community. You just feel like you know him. And I have not actually met Brad in person. I'm hoping at some point we will meet up in person. He's been on YouTube for 9 years. I always look forward to Brad's thoughts on the week of football. He always puts out his opinion. And I'm telling you, if Brad had the opportunity to work in TV, I think that he would do really well. Very knowledgeable. He talks from knowledge, not from opinion, but he actually does research and talks from knowledge, and I always learn something about the NFL watching Brad's channel. A big time Miami Dolphins fan, big time Miami Dolphins collector, has wonderful cards. He does get into a lot of group breaks, which diversifies his collection, including a little bit of baseball. Sometimes he does get baseball from those group breaks. Brad Claus, we all know him, always sending stuff out around Christmas time. Hope to see you in the 2022 YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Hall of Fame. And then my last vote, this guy's been making content for the least amount of time, squeaking in at 3 years of content creating, and that is Eric, Oakland A's 915. Man, I'm telling you guys, if you love inserts from the 90s into the early 2000s, you appreciate that era of sports cards, check out Eric, Oakland A's 915. Not only is Eric a huge fan of Mark McGwire baseball cards, of the Oakland A's, of baseball cards in general, Eric is a huge fan of baseball. And I know for a fact that he watches on Saturday during baseball season at least 3 baseball games a day. And he knows players. He knows players before they even get into the big leagues, because he goes to a lot of Chihuahua games, the minor league team for the AAA minor league team for the San Diego Padres. We're always talking about up-and-coming players and players now, players of the past. Huge knowledge, one of my best friends, and a great asset to the community. Eric's always commenting on videos, participates in the community, big time collector, big time baseball fan, big time knowledge of baseball, big time knowledge of baseball cards, specifically from the 80s through now. And then last but not least, because I am a YouTube Hall of Famer, I do get 2 additional votes. So the first vote is for the Lifetime Achievement Award, aka the AR Falk 77, aka Sevens, aka Michael. And I want people to check out AR Falk 77. Again, AR Falk 77. That's the name of the channel. And for the Lifetime Achievement Award, the only reason why this particular YouTuber wasn't on my ballot of 10 is because he only made 6 videos in the last year, but he has been making content for 13 years. He's been making content since he was a teenager. And this collector is extremely knowledgeable, a huge Giants fan, by the way. And I've met him many a times, and that is none other than Maxa Jackson, a huge T206 collector, a huge pre-war collector, extreme depth of knowledge in the pre-war cards, and extreme depth of knowledge in baseball in general. He does collect Giants cards as well, but his main focus, which started off as New York Giants T206 cards, has blossomed into a absolutely unbelievable T206 collection. If you ever have any questions, you could reach out to Maxa Jackson. The last time I was at a card show, I was looking at a T205 Christy Mathewson, and I was debating on whether I should make a purchase. I reached out to Max, and he helped me make that decision. He was also a big help in the 2019 National when I picked up my Willie Mays rookie card. Max knows all the vintage dealers, man. And Maxa Jackson, you have got to be voted into the YouTube Sports Card Community Hall of Fame. Great member of this community. If you go back and watch his archive videos, you'll see Max as a teenager and grow into an adult. I don't even know if I doubt Max is 30 years old. So for someone his age, so young, to have amassed the collection he has amassed and the knowledge he has amassed, pretty damn impressive. So Max, hope to see you get the AR Falk 77 Lifetime Achievement Award, if not inducted into the YouTube Sports Card Collecting Hall of Fame. And my last vote is the Joe Ryan Fan 34 Good Guy Award. And this is an award for us to all remember Joe Ryan Fan, a member of our community that passed away several years ago. And that goes to none other than Mike Line TV. Mike Line TV, aka Mikey, has been making videos for over 10 years here on YouTube. And he has been a part of the community, comments on videos, does a lot of video responses. You can always count on Mikey for making weekly videos, either during the season of some of his player showcases. He's lately been into rappers. He is a true collector, and Mikey knows sports. He knows basketball, he knows football, and he knows baseball. He knows a lot about a lot of the sports, the players. He knows a lot. Very knowledgeable about sports and the athletes. A lot of times he blows my mind on what he knows. He'll sneak up on you guys. Mikey will sneak up on you. He's very knowledgeable and he loves this hobby. And I think that he is one of the people in this hobby that has benefited more from being part of this community and being a sports card collector than many of us. So Mikey, I really hope to see you get the Good Guy Award. You are truly a great guy. I met up with Mikey many a times. We've done all kinds of fun activities, including going on bike rides. If you look at my archive videos, we've gone on bike rides, gone to card shows, and just had a great time. He's been a guest at my home many times. So guys, that's it. That's my 2022 YouTube Sports Card Collecting Community Ballot. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did go live with this and wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of show how passionate I am about this community, about a lot of the members in the community, and figured I'd just do something a little bit different. Plus, when I was recording earlier, I don't have enough room on my camera. It kept dying. So here I am, 22 minutes and counting. But that's my ballot, guys. So thanks everybody that watched live. Thanks everybody that commented live. Thanks everybody that will watch this video archived. At some point, I will get all the links to the channels below. And until next time, as always, happy collecting.